In 1988, a man in Italy dug up a silver vase that had been buried for over half a century. Inside it, he found a folded piece of paper, 3 words, scrawled in old ink. "Beware, this vase brings death." He laughed it off, sold the vase at auction a few weeks later. Within 3 months, the buyer was dead. This is the story of the Basano Vase, an object so feared that not a single museum in Italy would agree to put it on display, and to this day, nobody knows where it is. Our story begins sometime in the 15th century, in a small village near Naples, Italy. A young bride was preparing for her wedding day. As was tradition, gifts arrived from friends, family, and well-wishers throughout the morning. Among them was a vase, simple, unmarked, cast in solid silver. No one could say for certain who had sent it. The bride took it to her room for safekeeping, planning to display it after the ceremony. But when it came time for the wedding to begin, she was nowhere to be found. Her husband-to-be searched the house. He found her in her room, collapsed on the floor, the silver vase still clutched in her hands. She was already gone. No one knew why. No wound, no illness, no warning. One moment she was a bride getting ready for the happiest day of her life. The next, she was dead on the floor, holding a wedding gift from a stranger. In some versions of the story passed down through the region, she didn't die of natural causes at all. She was murdered and used her final breath to swear revenge on whoever had killed her, vase still in hand. Either way, the pattern that followed was the same. After the funeral, the vase was given to a family member for safekeeping. It seemed like the natural thing to do. No one wanted to simply throw away a beautiful, expensive piece of silver. Within days, that family member was dead too. At the time, nobody connected the two deaths. People died of sudden illness all the time in this era. The vase was passed along to another relative. That relative died shortly after, and then the next one, and the next. By now, whispers had started moving through the village. Someone began keeping track, and the pattern was undeniable. Everyone who held the vase died within days or weeks of receiving it. Eventually, no family member would touch it. The vase that began as a wedding gift had become something no one wanted to be caught holding, so they buried it. For centuries, the Basano vase vanished from history entirely. No sightings, no records, no deaths attributed to it, because no one had it. Some say it was sealed and buried on holy ground, hoping the consecrated earth would contain whatever was inside it. Others say it was simply forgotten, left in the dirt and lost to time, the way so many objects from the 1400s were. Either way, for roughly 500 years, the vase stayed silent, until 1988. In 1988, the vase resurfaced. Accounts differ on exactly how. Some say it was unearthed during construction work. Others say it was found by someone searching specifically for it after hearing the old stories. What's consistent across every version is this. When the vase was opened, there was a note inside. "Beware, this vase brings death." Whoever found it didn't believe it, or didn't care. The vase went up for auction and sold for the equivalent of several million Italian lira, a serious sum of money for a small, unremarkable-looking silver antique. The buyer was a local pharmacist. 3 months later, he was dead. His family, unaware of the note or unwilling to believe it meant anything, sold the vase again, this time to a 37-year-old surgeon. 2 months later, he was dead as well. The vase moved again, this time to an archaeologist who collected Renaissance-era artifacts. He didn't believe in curses. He believed in history, craftsmanship, provenance. 3 months after acquiring the vase, he died of a sudden, unexplained infection. By this point, word had spread. The vase had a reputation now, not as an antique, but as something people were afraid to even be in the same room with. The archaeologist's family tried to sell it one last time. They could barely give it away. Eventually, someone did take it off their hands. Within a single month, that owner was dead too. That was the breaking point. The family that inherited it next didn't want to sell it, store it, or bury it on their own property. According to one version of the story, it was simply thrown out a window in a desperate attempt to be rid of it, and very nearly struck a police officer walking by on the street below. Local authorities tried to do the responsible thing, hand the vase over to a museum, where it could be studied and displayed safely behind glass. Every museum they approached refused, not because the vase wasn't valuable, because the curators had heard exactly what we've been telling you for the last several minutes and wanted nothing to do with it. With nowhere else to turn, officials made a decision. The Basano vase was buried again, this time by choice, with no intention of it ever being found. Some accounts say it was sealed inside a lead box first, an old method once believed to contain dangerous or cursed objects. Others say it was buried in a cemetery, in consecrated ground, the same way it may have been hidden centuries earlier. Nobody will say exactly where. Since that final burial, there have been no further sightings, no further deaths, and no further sales. As far as anyone knows, the Basano vase is still down there, somewhere in Italy, waiting. Skeptics point out the obvious problems with this story. There's no solid documentation from the 15th century, no named witnesses to most of the 1980s deaths. The story has been retold so many times, with so many conflicting details, that it's nearly impossible to separate fact from local legend. But every version, every single retelling across 5 centuries, agrees on one thing. Whoever holds the vase doesn't hold it for long. If you ever find yourself at an estate sale in Italy and someone offers you a plain, unmarked silver vase for a price that seems too good to be true, you may want to ask where it's been for the last few hundred years.